Good morning and welcome to Western Australia. Now we're up early because we're going to go out with Johnno today, but I stopped in the cafe to wait for him and this was up on the wall in the bathroom. Thought it was quite interesting and quite helpful and a good idea, seeing as we spend so much time on our own doing this job. So if you watched my last video where I was at the Macmuster Truck Show, you would have seen me talking to Johnno. Johnno's got his own YouTube channel, Road Train Adventures. Well worth a look at. Some of the differences are amazing. So we're in Johnno's lorry. It's a Kenworth. Looks kind of a bit old-fashioned to us. It's got the round clocks and all that sort of thing, and it's got the Eaton Fuller twin split gearbox. Every driver's nightmare until they get used to it. I'll actually put a link to one of Johnno's videos because he did a video all about changing gear with that gearbox. So that gives you an idea of how it works. But if you go into his videos, it'll show you actually it working, and you can change gear. You get it right, you can change gear without using the clutch, but it is a case of getting it right. I have driven one many years ago, and I must admit I'm sure I would need the practice if I got back into it again. It's the smoothest thing ever when you get it right. So we took the first trailer in and we loaded that. Couldn't get out and video it because of their health and safety policy and everything. So we've just come back to the parking area to drop this one off and pick the other one up.
Simple as that.
So yours are different to ours. Are yours still on taps?
On what?
You have taps for your air.
Well, I have taps here, but that's only to supply air to the back of the truck if I want to tow a dolly around or something, so I turn these taps off. But otherwise the taps are in the truck in the front, which I'll show you now.
Right, okay.
Okay, so over here, if you can see.
Can you see?
So right here we have two knobs. This is the parking brake. So that applies the parking brake, and this one here supplies air to the trailer. So if I pull that out now and then release the handbrake, no air is being sent to the trailer. So that's how we turn them on and off, and it's a lot easier that way.
Oh right, okay. So you do all that before you get out.
Right.
You've.
Oh no, I don't even need to do that until I go to go.
Right, okay. So we're going to leave that trailer there for now and we'll go and load another one. This area is very busy. It's on the side of the industrial area. It's where the road trains and the B doubles come to drop one of their trailers, and then they can go out to the industrial estate and load. So we'll leave this one here and go and get the next one.
Here in Australia, we use these plates. What are they called? Not sure, but basically what they have is a little locking mechanism. You can see it goes down that way. If you turn it a little, it's locked. It can't go far. So as long as it's, anyway, you'll see there's a little grommet there if you call. So anyway, we push on and then just turn a little. On this one here, the same thing, and turn a little. And then we can't unlock that, even it doesn't come out. This one here, I'm not sure whether you got that in Australia and in the UK.
Yeah,
but
we have. Yeah,
you do.
with
Oh,
the
well, there you
electric.
go.
Very
Okay.
similar.
So we just push that in. Now, on a more modern truck and trailer, we might have EBS. We don't on ours. We don't worry about that. Just get the job done.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
see now, so that has got that is the air is controlled by inside the cab.
Yeah.
So see, with ours, this is under pressure. We don't have the controls in the cab. These, we have a similar sort of thing, slightly bigger, but a similar sort of thing, but they're actually under pressure. So when you put that in, that means that there's air going to the trailer, and there's it's just your handbrake in the cab. So all that would be under pressure, and you can tell when you push it in. If you don't turn it, if you don't secure it, you know, like you did, it will just shoot straight back off again.
Well, in the old system, yes, we did have taps. So then you would plug it in and then turn the tap off, turn the tap on. Now, just in case you don't know the difference between the blue and the red, so the red is the supply, so this supplies air at all times to take the brakes off. This is called the control. This is when you put your foot on the brake, the foot brake.
Yeah.
This will send air down this line in order to put the brakes on.
So we used to have taps, but they took the taps off so that if you didn't twist the collar as you did, if you didn't do that, and your lines would come off, and then you would know that that the brakes aren't working. So that we don't have taps anymore. We used to, but we don't have taps anymore. But for a security thing, to show that you've secured the airline properly.
All right.
And yes, there was more than one comment made about the car parked right opposite the entrance.
that truck there, talk to him or him. You don't know their phone numbers.
No, they don't.
So how are you going to talk to them?
They don't.
Well, that's no good.
No, it's not. But I mean, that's what I was saying to you about the people that there are truck drivers. There are drivers and drivers, is what we say. The drivers and screwdrivers. No truck driver culture in them. It's just a job.
Well, with us, every truck has a CV.
Yeah.
But so there's my CVs, but this is the one I use. This one here picks up the cops as well, so as I drive around Queensland I can listen to the police,
Yeah.
which is really interesting. I haven't found much interesting stuff, but on the occasion. So yeah, so we're always on channel 40. So if you want to call any truck in the country, that is, around town, people might switch it off. You can nearly always just call the truck and he'll answer.
Yeah.
Now let's hope big luck gonna get in our way. Now, oh good, that trailer's gone, so I should be able to go straight onto it easily.
So I jumped out just to video Johnno reversing onto the dolly. So he's got one trailer on. He'll pick the dolly up and then we'll go and pick up the other trailer. So when you're coming backwards, what are you lining it up with? This?
So this is always lined up, but unfortunately that trailer is in the way, so I can't go straight onto it. One important thing to do is always get out and have a look. Always get out and have a look, because you're going to smash something. As we can see, the ring feeder, this is what we connect up to. So we've got to unlock this by pulling this lever, lifting that up, and you can see that the pin is now up.
Okay.
This must be lined up with here, so we always got to check the height. That looks a bit low, so I'm going to make this lower. Okay.
And have you made it loaded? Just lifted the leg up?
Yeah, just
Kick the leg out a bit.
leg out a bit more. Then I'll line up with this, just make sure it's in.
So that's...
I think I'm going to be over a bit too much, so you know, here we go.
Okay, so that's come down.
Put the leg up before it forgets. The same wires and hoses that the lead trailer has. Right. Now as soon as I turn this cap on, it'll roll a bit, but I'll get this down and that's it.
So we got the first trailer, got the lead trailer as Johnno calls it, and we've got the dolly. So now we're putting the dolly underneath the dog trailer, which is, the reason it's called a dog trailer is because another driver told me, because it's the one that wags. it's like a tail at the back of the dog. So we'll pick that one up. And I just find it interesting the way that everything has to be lined up. And we think that it pivots in two places, but like Johnno said, and like Janine said, is that if you try and keep it as straight as possible and then line the dolly up the same way as if you were just picking one trailer up, you just line the dolly up with the front of the trailer, because you can see right down the side of the unit and the trailers, so you just line everything up and it goes in.
Oh. Now wind the legs down.
And so these lines are now connected to the back of the other trailer through the dolly.
Yeah, so every line is exactly the same. It starts from the truck, works its way all the way through to the second trailer. And some people might say, but don't you need lots and lots of air tanks to build all that air? Or what about the lighting? No, whether it be one trailer or multiple trailers. We can have 3 or 4 trailers. Just the same air system, same lighting.
And it keeps pressure all the way to the back brakes.
Yeah, so come to the back. Oh, actually, I just got the lights covered. So next step is to flip the big road train sign. Alright, let's go at the front.
There we go, all hooked up and ready to roll.
So now we're going to be going up the hill. I'm going to die. No, I'm not going to make this. No, I'm going to have to go back again. So this gear I'm definitely going to have to back off. So I'll get it up to 1500 revs. And I want to keep it around 1500 as I'm going up the hill. So now, if I put my foot down, you can hear it accelerate a little. So I'll back off. Just keep it around the 1600 as I'm going up. Cruise control don't work under 40 kilometers an hour, so you can't just set it in cruise control and just sit and hold it. And now what we're going to do is just keep it in our lane. So behind us, we're getting higher. Yeah, in my mirror, you can see the city. You probably can't see from there, but you can see the buildings in the city. No, I can't see it now. I've turned. If you just got it before, you can see the city. The big smoke. So in England, in Australia, every truck has a radio, two-way radio going. So at all times we've got a two-way radio, channel 40. Oh, here we go here. So you'll see channel 40 on there. Yeah. And so if anybody ever wants to call me, they can call me at any time. And just about every truck driving around, especially in the countryside, you call somebody on channel 40 and they're going to answer. Except for, some people might say, as you guys call it, the foreigners. They may not answer. Because they might have earphones in their ears, listen to loud music and they're not listening. So that's still a problem over here. Now up ahead, as you see, this truck coming down the hill there, that's that truck there is going to be probably, he might be running fast, so he might be 80 tonne. So he's going to be going down the hill slowly. Oh, here comes ABC. Look at this road train passing through me, past me. Now, he's going to be empty, surely. There's no chance he'll be going uploaded like that. Off. No clutch. I don't use the clutch. There is no need to use the clutch. It's just change the gears at the right revs, and you will never grind it up and down gears. And for the people who say, oh yeah, but don't you damage the gearbox? No, I've been doing this for years. I've had this truck for years, and I haven't gone through any gearboxes. I've gone through one clutch only, but that's normal because clutches, you know, they only last so long anyway. And yeah, one clutch after 1 million or something, or 1.2 million, I think. Yeah, so.
And no gearboxes?
No, never. I've never gone through a gearbox. So, you know, treat it right, and it'll look after you. In England, if you like Europe, you're probably following Sherralin's channel because you like European trucks and just seen the show. As I've said, I don't like automatic. In fact, I hate automatic. Automatic is the worst to me. I want to change gears. When I go up and down hills, I want control. Now people might say, oh, I don't have a problem with automatic. My automatic runs fine. I doubt it. I've never gone up a hill or down a hill and the automatic has just done exactly what you wanted it to. These big hills that we go down, that, let's just say for example, so you're going down the hill and then you're thinking, oh, it's slowing me down too much. As soon as you touch that throttle, it thinks, oh, you want to go, bang, it changes gears and you're away. And especially in a road train, you're losing it now. Now you're trying to get it back gears, and you're getting way too fast now, and that's the danger of automatics, because they think, oh, you want to go? Okay, I'll let you go, and down you go. And the same thing going up a hill. You might be going up a hill, and you've selected the right gear. Oh, look out, Granny. Oh, it's not a Granny now. So, yeah. You're going to be going up a hill and you're in the right gear, and then it thinks, oh, I'm going to save fuel. I'm going to change down the gear or up the gear, depending on how you want to say it. And so now you've changed the gear, and every time you change the gear going up a hill, especially in a road train, you lose 5 kilometres an hour. So every time you change a split or a gear, you've lost 5 kilometres an hour. You've lost the speed, and so you've already lost 5 kilometres. Then you've got to change it back a gear. So now you're back 10 kilometres an hour. Before you've even started the hill. So there's another problem with automatics. Must I go on?
Oh. I must admit, I am of the same mind. I would rather have a manual gearbox, but in Europe and the UK, you kind of have to spec that you want a manual gearbox now. I mean, they're very operator, like employer friendly, because they can keep a track of everything, and nobody can kill the gearbox, is what they say. You don't have to learn how to do it. But I mean, it was 2017 before I drove an automatic truck, and my friend had to come in with me. I went to buy one, and I got in it, and I said to Seamus, my friend came in, Seamus and my friend Vicky came to look at it. I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. And he said, what? I said, I've never driven an automatic before. I said, oh my God,
back to her holiday, and I'm going to continue along. So this load is for a place called Olympic Dam, which is north of, north of Port Augusta. So if you know Australia, you know you've got Adelaide, then you keep going into Adelaide, north of Adelaide, then you got Port Augusta. Keep going north of Port Augusta as though you're going towards Darwin, Coopedy, Alice Springs, and that's where this load's going. So,
how far is that from where you picked it up?
From here, well, it's only halfway across Australia. I'm only doing half the haulage, you know, it's like maybe 2,500 kilometres, it's just nothing. I'll be there tomorrow. Now look at this car, and I'm going to have to lock him in. And,
so there we are, and we'd like to say thanks for Johnno for letting us come and just get involved. We've been busy. Some of it we couldn't video because of obviously rules and regulations, as you do. Not so many over here, but there is, and companies don't like us videoing their own places, which is fine. We can accept that. So we'd like to say thanks to Johnno for letting us come along, and we'll go back to our holiday while you keep the wheel turning.
Well, it's been great to share my experiences and let you have a bit of a ride. It's just a pity you didn't get to drive.
I don't know. It's just one of those things. So many things to do and so little time. Yeah. It gives me an excuse to come back again.
Well, definitely, yeah. Well, you've got a sister who lives here, so.
Yeah, thanks very much.
All right. Well, we'll go around the other side, you can see the front.
This is what we loaded, classic motorbike on the front. Johnno's like me, he has short person syndrome. You just have to manage. So how big are these tanks that you've got on here?
So each tank is, well, it says 650 litres, but you can safely get 600 litres in. So 2,500 litres to fill up. So you're looking at about $4,000 Australian, that is, to fill this tank.
So we have a massive problem in Europe with diesel ferries, they call them. It's the ferries that come in the middle of the night and steal your diesel. And not do they only just take the tops off, but if you put anti-siphon things in, they'll just drill holes in the side. And what they even do is they will slowly jack the lorry up and then put a spike at the bottom and then just let it all run out. And so if they can't get it, when they let the jack down, it just goes everywhere. So what they don't take.
Well, have a look at this. Come here. If you wanted to steal some diesel, look at this.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
No security needed here.
No.
So now, of course, most trucks have a key lock in it. These don't. Maybe it's just the big trucks. I don't know. But I know Volvos and Scanias, they all have the keys.
But we don't bother locking them now because all they do is break them off. Yeah, and it's like the anti-siphon thing. If you put an anti-siphon in it, then they'll drill a hole in the side. And if you've got a fridge running, you can't hear them. And then that's all your diesel got. So that might be the profit of your whole week's work gone because you've lost your diesel.
So this has only happened once that I know of. That I saw a video on Facebook. Somebody said they were asleep and they woke up to hearing some noise at the side. So they've actually got out of his truck and he saw someone with a hose, and he siphoned the hose and he was siphoning. Just 50 litres for his car, but anyway, chased him away and stuff like that. And
yeah.
So that does not happen much over here.
No, it's a massive problem in Europe. Wow. Huge problem. Which is most of the reason. It's generally, they wouldn't be able to steal your load because how would they steal it? But it's not the loads that they're looking for. It's either stuff that's in the cab, they'll break into the cab, or the diesel.
Look, there are times when somebody might steal a dolly. So, if you've got another truck, we have two size kingpins, and I don't know about Europe, but two size kingpins. We have 2 inch and then a 3.5 inch. So if you've got the same kingpin, but you're going to have one or the other, 2-inch in Australia is the most popular. You can just back up to my trailer and just drive off into the sunset. There's nothing stopping it. The same with the dolly. If the dolly's just parked up in the yard, you can just back on it and go. Yes, it's got a number plate and a VIN plate and stuff like that, but people steal cars, people steal trailers.
I mean, our insurance, most insurances do not cover it if a loaded trailer, if it's dropped, if it's not got a truck in front of it. So even in our yard, we have to put a pin lock on. And it has to have a bit, otherwise the goods, whatever's on, is not insured.
Well, look, like you say, pin locks and all these kind of, they keep honest thieves out. So somebody might come up and say, oh, I've got a pin lock, I can't do anything about it. But if you want that trailer, you're going to do whatever you have to do to take it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, well, better let you get on.
All right, well, it's been great chatting again.
Yeah, okay, thanks for your time.
Maybe I'll see you in Australia someday.
Yes, hopefully. So I had a great day out. Really nice guy. Please check out his channel. You'll be amazed at some of the things he does, and some of the shots he does, absolutely brilliant. Following on from my last video, lots of people asking me about do they have tachographs, which they don't, but they do have to run under the WA fatigue management regulations. So I went with another driver and she lent me this driver handbook to read while I was with her. Really interesting. It sort of sets out all the regulations towards their driving hours. So they are on logbooks, which do get policed, but they obviously have a massive country, so they have to do more distances than we do. And in fact, one of Janine's friends actually said on the phone, if we only did 9 hours a day, we would never get anywhere. So I had a really great couple of days out with Johnno and out with Janine Sweet, and I'd like to thank both of them for taking me along, showing me what was what. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, ring the little bell, thumbs up, comment, all that carry on. I'm going to go back to my holiday now, so I shall catch you on the next one. Thanks again for coming along.